Hello and welcome to Experiencing Love. I'm your host, Philip Jocks, and I'm so glad that you're here. Today, I wanted to talk about something that's not exactly new, but is very important to me. So I thought I would bring it up again. Right before recording this episode, I listened to a song with the lyrics, "Life is about who you share it with." I did a little boogie. I gave myself a little bit of a dance to these lyrics in order to really drive the grooves in deeper. And I'll say that life really is about who you share it with. Life is just so much more enjoyable. It's so much more beautiful and full when you have people around you, people that you really care about, people that really impact you on who you are and who you're becoming. I speak with many people these days about the opposite circumstances. They're living a life where they feel isolated even though they're surrounded by many, many people. Gosh. Alright, I had to pause the recording because there was a lawnmower going outside. I completely lost track of what I was saying. But I do remember I was talking about life is about who you share it with. And let me tell you, there are moments when certain people come into your life, special people, and you know when they're special, and I don't have to be the one to tell you this, but enjoy them while they're here. I've been on this huge focus recently about living in the present moment. I'm meeting people I never think I'd meet, and having conversations I never think I'd be able to enjoy. And one of the huge things that I'm really teaching myself is to get out of my own head. I have this tendency in a conversation to overanalyze things that I'm doing. I'll think about what I'm doing and how the other person is reacting to it. And what I started to do recently was really consciously, really practicing, just telling myself, hey Philip, why don't you listen to what they're saying? Why don't you smile? Did you hear that? That's a lawnmower. But we're going to carry on because I actually don't have that much time. Once again, I've set myself up with a bunch of plans, and I'm fitting in this recording when I can. I like to record while the sun is still out because it's more of this natural lighting. I'm sure if you scroll back a little bit, you could find my nighttime recordings. They're pretty much everywhere. But anyways, I have certain people in my life right now where when they call or text or just reach out, where I get to spend time with them, my heart definitely skips a beat. That list is short. I'd say maybe it's about 3, 4, 5 people long. But when any of those people reach out to me, it honestly lights me up inside. These are people that I truly believe care about me, or they're people that I truly care about. And I'm really glad and really grateful to have them in my life. And I want you to know that maybe you have people like this or maybe you don't. But either way, people are coming. People are constantly going and entering into our lives, and we just have to be open and willing to accept who they are. None of my favorite people are perfect. It's actually what I love about them. I could be myself around them. I could tell them what I'm feeling, and I could show them all sides of me without worry. These are also people that help me get excited for the future. Either a future with them or a future of dreams and visions and reaching huge goals. I do remember many times in my life where I didn't have that. I used to tell myself growing up that I had a lot of friends, like distant friends, but none that were close, none that really knew me. Lo and behold, I discovered that that situation was my fault. It was my fault for not opening up and sharing myself with that other person. It was my fault for separating my worlds and compartmentalizing and not introducing my friends and my family to each other. I did it to myself. I was lonely because of my own actions, my own thoughts, my own beliefs. Because I now know that it's not about history that really makes a friendship. It's not about experiences, or it's not about future plans either. At least for me, what it's really about is the answer to this one simple question. Would I enjoy spending one more day with this person? I don't need this person to be in my life forever. I don't need to kick them out right now, even though that sounds pretty harsh to say. All I really focus on is, if they were in front of me right now, would I enjoy spending one more day with them? Doing some activity, doing some experience, making some memories together. Having a history definitely does make an impact, so I probably should switch up that fact. But I will say that what really matters to me is, do I vibe with them? Do we have good chemistry, good energy? Do I enjoy talking with them? As you very well may know, I love to talk. I also love to listen. I don't like one-sided conversations, ones where they're doing all the listening or I'm doing all the listening. I love a give and take, one where they can share, I can share. Like sometimes both of us need our spotlight whenever we have something going on and need a little support. And I'm excited to always give that spotlight when I need to. But I love being with people and talking with people who are comfortable enough to share about themselves. One of my closest friends these days often tells me that a problem they have is not being able to connect with other people and share more about themselves with others. And I've heard this from them multiple times over many months. And what I came to realize was I may be one of two people, if not the only person in my friend's life that actually knows the two sides of their life that they keep separate. Family and business. They don't tell their loved ones or their friends that are close by them anything about their business. And they don't talk much about their personal life within their business. But when we have our calls, we talk about everything. We've talked about relationships and fitness. We've talked about marketing and sales. We've pretty much touched on every single topic that I could imagine. And this person, because of this, has become very special to me. I think us two know more about each other than we know about, honestly, some of our closest family. I guess I'll speak from my own experience. I have a lot of family that you have to really pry to get information from them. And sometimes it's worth prying to get that information, but sometimes you just take the hint and you realize, oh, you know what? They don't want to share, and I won't make them. But we're both missing out here. We're both missing out. I don't have the energy to force this conversation. And they don't have the energy to really share from the heart. So what really matters to me in my friendships, my relationships, is just how honest can people be? Just how real can people be? Sometimes it's not just about honesty. Sometimes it's about being afraid and doing it anyways. I've spent years of my life cultivating my circles and the people I have around me. I've met some really incredible people that I had to say goodbye to, whether it's because I was stepping away from the thing that connected us, or they had different things going on in their lives and we just didn't stay in touch. I've had many people that I've had to say goodbye to, or at least a very long see you later. But I don't cry for what I've lost. I cheer for what I'm yet to find. And I believe this, deep to my core, deep in my heart. The best people are yet to come. And I believe the same for you. I believe that no matter who you've met so far, you haven't met the best. Whether it's a best friend or a boyfriend or girlfriend that broke your heart, I promise you there will be someone better coming your way. Maybe it's a mentor that you've had for much of your life, and maybe you're moving away and you have to say goodbye. At least say goodbye to the old relationship. You could always make a new one. But just know that there is another mentor figure coming your way. There's so many examples of people to take example of and people to connect with all around the world, all the time. The best really is when you can connect with someone who's many years your senior, years ahead of wherever you're at. I love connecting with people that are generations older than me because they have a level of wisdom and experience that people my age can't get. I don't have the experiences. I may be able to connect with some form of thinking and wisdom, but a lot of it's based on what I learned from other people. That being said, my youth is a superpower, and I know that gives me a different perspective to share with others. I don't know if you just heard that a lot, but you know what? I'm going to leave that in there. Pretty much, that is my call to go. It's time for me to pack up for today and move on with the plans. And so I'll leave you with what I started with. Life is about who you share it with. Share it with the right people. Find the right people. And when you find them, you don't have to take pictures. You don't have to take videos. Just have a conversation. Enjoy their smile that they have on their face right now. Enjoy the air that you're sharing. And just know that if you're there, if you're present, no moment is wasted. So don't waste this moment. Be there. So until next time, just remember to always fill up with the love. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.